Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Senior Airman Ryan Jones, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my ALS mission brief. So let's get started. So, to begin with, I'm going to be talking about myself for a little bit, and then I'm going to go into some background information of my particular job in the Air Force, and then we're going to go over the mission statements at each level, and then later we're going to go over the Air Force core missions, and then to conclude, I'm going to go over the contributions of each mission statement. So, a little bit about myself. I graduated from Manhattan Township High School in 2016, and 6 months later, I decided to go into the Air National Guard. I went to base training at Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas. And I gotta say, the reason I joined the Air National Guard was pretty much because of my brother. I wanted to follow in his footsteps, and I always looked up to him. Ever since I was like probably 9 or 10, I always wanted to be like him. I also wanted to increase my leadership skills, and so far I believe it has been working. I've been a lot more comfortable in speaking and telling people how to do things, and also listening to information and feedback from other people. So I want to tell you one unique thing about myself, and that is my middle name is Montana. And I don't tell many people that, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to get that out there and just share something unique about myself. And the reason my middle name is Montana is because I was the only one born there in my family. So, kind of cool. So, about my FSC. My FSC is Heavy Equipment Operator. And I will get into that a little later on in my presentation. Currently, I am stationed at the 201st Red Horse Squadron in Fort Town Gap, which is not bad. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but there's some things to do. So, next slide. The responsibilities of a heavy equipment operator. Pretty much what we do is construct and maintain runways and parking aprons, sidewalks, roads, whatever it may be. But the thing is, many people think that we have mechanics come in and work on equipment. But sometimes we can't get those mechanics in there to do that. So we have to learn about those machineries and how to maintain them, how to fix things that are broken. So we gotta work on loaders, graders, dozers, dump trucks, whatever it may be. We gotta learn that as well. So the mission of a heavy equipment operator is pretty much to advance knowledge to other people on how to operate heavy equipment, to pretty much provide support nationwide. And then for the 201st Red Horse Squadron, their mission is pretty much to provide worldwide special operations and contingency. Next is the wing, my wing, which is the 193rd Special Operations Wing, and their mission is to execute specialized and contingency operations using pretty much advanced aircrafts, tactics, highly trained operators, even air refueling techniques to almost give information to special operations forces. So, and a bit later, I'll be telling you about how those three missions tie in together. Next, we're going to talk about the Air Force core missions. Now, the core missions of the Air Force are air superiority, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, rapid global mobility, global strike, and command and control. And you can see that just by the ones I said, the first and second one, like, they all tie in together. So to have one, you have to have the other one. So, for example, the 193rd Special Operations Wing and the 201st Red Horse Squadron, they aim to provide worldwide special operations and contingency to access rapid global mobility. The heavy equipment operators are trained under the squadron and our wing to produce and maintain runways that are needed to access the rapid global mobility. And you can also see that this also goes hand in hand with air superiority, and that is the ability to conduct variant air operations without the interference from other enemies nationwide. So, the 193rd Special Operations Wing and the 201st Red Horse Squadron provide and train special operations, such as the heavy equipment operators, to achieve this core mission. And pretty much what you can see from this is not having a heavy equipment operator can be very detrimental to the Air Force, because if they're not doing their job, or they can't do their job, then other units cannot do their job. But we'll get into that a little later. So for example, if heavy equipment operators cannot get runways constructed, maintained, whatever it might be, the 193rd cannot do their rapid global mobility air superiority. It all ties in together. So, to conclude, like I just said, in order for the 193rd to do their job, the 201st Red Horse Squadron and the heavy equipment operators need to do their job. To have one do their job, the other needs to do their job. So for the 193rd to complete their mission of obtaining highly trained individuals, which is again responsible for providing worldwide air support, the mission of the 201st Red Horse Squadron and the heavy equipment operators must be fulfilled. So please, do your job. Do what you can do, because everyone else is depending on it. No matter what your job is, everyone else is depending on it. Thank you so much for looking at my presentation. If everyone has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you again.